people ask Val and I, why did we move up here from the Bay Area to El Dorado County or Placer County or Sacramento County? What brought us up here? And I will tell you, what brought me up here personally is boating. I bought a Centurion boat, and that was 20 years ago, from the same dealership that I'm here at Mello Marine here, right in Folsom. But it's a huge, huge part of the lifestyle here. Folsom Lake has amazing recreation opportunities. Besides boating, there's paddle boarding. So I just wanted to stop in here at Mello Marine, third generation. I mean, Mike's dad started it, right?
Yep.
Why don't you tell us about how this whole boat store got started?
So in the 60s, Mike's dad was into water skiing, and they decided to open a skateboard shop and a water ski shop down in San Pablo area. And so what's really neat is if you in the 70s and 80s, if you were a water skier, you bought stuff from Mello. So we have people walking in every week saying, hey, back in the day, I bought my skis from Bob Mello and Mello Ski Shop. Are you guys the same guys? And we are the same guys. It's really neat. My husband was a professional water ski jumper, national water ski champion, and we actually met on the water. I was a nationally ranked water skier, and he was my jump coach. So next thing happens, we have 3 kids, and we actually ran a ski shop and a water ski school in the 90s and the 2000s. And in 2009, Mike and I decided to really venture off and open our own Mello Marine. And Centurion was one of the boats that we actually, the line that we skied for back in the day when we were water skiers. So Rick Lee, the owner of Centurion, came up to us and asked us if we wanted to sell Centurion boats. We got on board and we never looked back because Centurion boats have just gone off. And it's so awesome that they have really exploded and become the Tesla in the industry. They are the wake and the wave of the industry. And so we are so proud to be representatives of them. And we're avid wakeboarders and surfers and on the water enthusiasts. I mean, if I could be on the water every single day, I would. And Folsom Lake is my playground. I paddleboard, I surf. Even in the wintertime, I'm out there paddling. It's what we do. And it's neat because we walk the walk here. And not every boat shop can say that. Not every boat shop has 3 generations of Mellos here. My husband's dad was the Mello who started it all. My husband and I have been in the business and we raised our kids around it, and hopefully in a year and a half we're retiring and they're taking over the legacy. So we sell Centurion boats, which is right behind us. We also sell Four Winds boats, which is a family runabout.
That's what I have.
That's what Val has.
So why did you pick the Four Winds boat?
So a couple of reasons. As much as my kids are still a little frustrated I did not buy this Centurion that's behind us, I have to be able to tow it. So I have a Land Rover. It's just a midsize SUV, and the Four Winds for me was a very practical, very easy and maneuverable boat. Where if I have a break in the middle of my day, our schedule, Gail and I, is anything but orthodox. And so if I have an hour or 2 that's left over at the end of the day, I want to swing over here to Sally's. I give her a call. I'm like, hey, can you have my boat ready in an hour? And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to go take it out to Folsom Lake. I don't have to plan. I don't have to wait for somebody with a truck to be able to tow my boat for me. I'm able to grab it and tow it and take my kids out and have a great day.
And you know what, that leads me to another question, right? Because you are really known as, if someone's going to buy a boat, there's no other boat store. It's always Mello Marine because you're right here, like 5 minutes from the lake, right? And not only do you sell boats, you service boats and you do storage, because I remember storage is such a huge thing around here where you can't find a place that does everything. So you just started doing storage. You're actually storing my boat, right?
Mine too.
And the thing so you're servicing the boats. You're like a one-stop for everything, right? You don't do boat rentals, but this woman, can I tell you, she does like the best boat demos. So for you women out there that think you can't drive a boat, you can't launch a boat,
Newsflash.
Yeah. Newsflash.
No.
We can
Sally
we
taught
can
me
do
everything
it all.
I know
Yeah.
about my boat.
Yeah.
And Sally's personally giving given you lessons and
Yeah.
helped you and all that sort of thing because
Some of the folks who work here, I mean, her sales associates and people who have worked here from detailing to sales have taken my children out and helped me drive my boat and learn the lake conditions and understand when is the right time to launch, what places on the lake to avoid at certain times of the year, and teaching my young son how to surf. So we've had a blast with everything that we've learned from the folks here at Mello.
let's talk about Folsom Lake a little bit because like I said, that is the only reason I moved up here was because of the lake and the whole lifestyle. How have you seen since you opened this location? What was it? Has it been 4 years?
This has been almost 4 years. In
Almost 4
October,
years,
in
right.
October it'll be 4
And before you were
years.
down in Rancho Cordova where you see some of the other boat stores and you were lucky enough to get this amazing location because really you could be on the lake in 10 minutes from here. So
We are the closest boat shop to Folsom Lake. And what's neat about this location is we can be at 3 different launch ramps in 10 minutes.
and there's what, 4 different boat launches right now?
There are 4 different boat launches. You have Auburn, you have Rattlesnake Bar, then you have
Right.
Granite Bay, you have Folsom Point, and you have Browns Ravine.
What do you think with all the rain and the water that we've had lately? What's the condition of the lake right now and as far as
So the lake level is going to be super high this year. We'll probably have water far into next year only because we have so much snow. Folsom Lake is a snowpack lake, so it doesn't have to rain a day in our area to have a full lake. We are up and we are going up about 2 feet a day right now just because of snow melt. But we have about another 25 feet to go up. We're gonna go up 25 more feet and then they're gonna start dumping more water.
what is the season for boating here in Folsom Lake and what is the fishing like as well?
The season is year round at Folsom Lake. The fishermen are out all the time. They are out year round. Strong season is March through November. I mean, we have this really amazing season. And even though at Browns Ravine, they might close that marina, the Folsom Lake is not closed. We can go out and we can boat year round. We can go out when the 5 mile an hour zone is put on. You go out and we cruise around, we stay at our slow speeds, but we can launch and we can have a wonderful day on the water. So the even when Browns Ravine is closed or Browns Ravine Marina is closed, Folsom Lake is open and we use it year round and we have a strong season.
So what does an entry-level boat go for and then how high can you go?
A base model, you're looking somewhere around $50,000.
But you also sell used boats.
We
too,
also
right?
sell used boats. So we have those boats starting at $10,000 or $12,000. One of the things we do as a shop when we have an entry-level boat or a used boat is that we do a trade check on it and we go through all of the features of the boat and make sure it's in good running order. So when you go out, you're not afraid that it's going to break down on you, you're going to have some catastrophic failure. We want to make sure that your experience on the water is fabulous every time. So we really encourage, again, just like I did with Val, we show you how to use the boat, but we also make sure that the boat that you're in is functioning the way that it's supposed to. We try and pride ourselves in carrying a line of boats that's a little bit nicer. So I don't carry a Walmart boat. I carry Saks Fifth Avenue or Nordstrom's boat.
And you can also custom build your boat with Sally. That's what I did. So I bought my first boat as an entry-level boat. It was a 4 Winds. It was the HD 210. And then I custom built last summer a new boat, a new 4 Winds. And I got the HD 3 Surf Series because that's the age that my kids are. We want to be out on the boat and out on the water every weekend. So we got a little bit more sport savvy boat, something that goes a little bit faster. But as I said, I can still tow it. So you can always have that option with Sally as well if you don't see a boat that is exactly your color, your taste, or your size, and you can customize it.
We're a full service shop. So we don't just have a boat shop. We don't have just a boutique. We have 5 acres here. And so we have storage available. We have 4 service bays down below. We have men that are guys that are down there that are service techs that have been in the business for 30 years who are servicing these engines on these boats. So they're experts at what they do. And it's really neat to be able to provide that in the community of not just selling a boat, but I have the service, the warranty, the ability to store the boats. Just like Val was talking about, I can not only sell her the boat, but I can help her store the boat here, and she can swing by as she's heading to the lake and just pick that boat up and drive it to the lake right here.
Full disclosure, because of this is such a family-run business, I can honestly say this lady's like my very best friend. Okay, and she's Val's very best friend. We've done real estate.
She's my children's future employer.
I know, yeah.
Her kids are going to work here.
Yeah.
We've sold her houses. We've bought houses with her. We've sold boats. It's been an amazing relationship, and that's what I love about Mello Marine. And it's not just a place where you do transaction. Sally's about building relationships. Her kids are now my kids. We all really love and care about each other, and at the end of the day, it just makes it so much better when you have the whole experience. So, I love you so much, and I love Mello Marine, and yes.
And I love Val too, don't get it.
We love each other.
Mike Mello, come on over here. You're the other piece of the pie. Mike Mello is the reason why Mello Marine is here today. So,
Mike, we were just talking about how we're one big happy family. Your kids are my kids, you're my husband as well as her husband. That's Mike Mello.
anyway, Mike has been around. He's the one who's been in it since the 60s. His family is really kind of 69. Built this legacy, and it's so awesome to be a part of it and see the dream come to life. So.
Let's go to the lake.
Yeah, let's do it. Woo!
Bobby, where's the best place to go if I wanted to bring my kids out and go tubing? What's the best spot?
So something like tubing, you're going to have good spots on the North and the South Fork. South Fork is going to be a little more secluded, a little less people around. So it depends on what kind of tubing you're trying to do. If you're really trying to whip the kids around and have them bounce off, then you're going to want to go up the North Fork. But if you're trying to just kind of go leisurely and kind of just have them have fun without a bunch of scary stuff, I know some kids get a little scared with all the bouncing and everything. So then go down the South Fork. There's less people down there. You have a little more space to kind of go around, and then you can also anchor down and kind of have fun and chill out without having to worry about people making huge waves around you and people having a bunch of other stuff going on around you.
All right, and if you want to come out here and do some water and picnic and hang out on the beach, where's the best spot to do that?
Over on the Granite Bay side, you actually have like 3 or 4 beaches that you can actually chill out at, and the nice thing is all of them aren't super shallow, so you can roll up with a boat and then anchor down, and you can bring a pop dock or a paddleboard or something and go to the lake, go to the beach, and pretty much it's really secluded, but at the same time you can drive up there, you can have a lot of people meet you if you need to, but it's really nice to be secluded and at the same time have space for other people.
It's been super cool watching you grow up in this family. I've known you since you're like 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to you to take over the family business?
It means everything to me. I mean, not only is it super important to me to know that I've had something that I need to work on with my family already building it, but also having something that means a lot to me in the point that my family has worked so hard to give me a life that is crucial to them and shows how hardworking they are and how important things are to just the community in general. I mean, we're a family-owned business that has done so much for other people, and that's shown to me how I want to treat people, how I want the world to treat me, how it's taught me everything that pretty much I've learned my whole life through just watching them, and their determination, their grit to show that they can do anything if they put their mind to it, them learning from others to become better people, them learning to pretty much do everything on their own, but at the same time trust others to help them. We've grown the business exponentially in the last couple of years, and it shows me just how hard work and determination can completely change what something could look like.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, to your point of talking about family, I have my brother Ricky on the other side, and I couldn't function with the store by myself at all without Ricky, because he's controlling the back side of things and I'm controlling the front side of things. And over time, I hope that we can have my parents retire. I mean, knowing Sally Mello, she's probably going to just show up all the time and just want stuff done. But to know the fact that they can relax knowing that everything's being handled is a amazing thought. And knowing that me and Ricky can handle things on our own is amazing. And I'm super excited to kind of keep working with him and keep functioning things as a family-owned business, because I know he has the same thought process as me, as we want to not to be like a corporation where everybody's throwing something at you and they want to sell everything. Instead, it's a family style where we want people to come and be participating in every event that we do, showing up and just saying hi, doing everything to have them say that they love being around us. And he has the same thought process as me, and that makes me super happy about that, because I know that my parents' legacy pretty much is going to be in good hands.
One of the things Sally said to me was, whenever there's a problem, there's always going to be a problem. When you're dealing with customer service, when you're dealing with people, there's always challenges, right? And she said, you're always that calming voice, and there's no problem too big. And you're always that person to say, hey, I got this, Where'd you learn that?
Well, I think over time you learn it, but it's all about remembering that we're here to sell fun. And that's another thing that Sally reiterates, is selling fun. So there are days where it gets a little hectic. There are days where it's like you're yelling at each other and whatnot, but that's a part of the job.
Right.
When you step back and look at a broad sense, we're selling fun. It could be worse. One thing that Sally says all the time is legacy. Legacy is the word, right? So, all the hard work that they did, the time that they did it, through the depression in 2008, through other circumstances that happened, both of them, all they keep doing is they get up, they put their shoes on, they go to work. Keep Mello Marine up, keep the name Mello out there. 50 years from now, hopefully we still have a sign up saying Mello Marine, and we can be proud of what we've done, and hopefully our parents can be proud of what we've done for them. That's the big thing.
I know Sally and Mike are so proud of you, and your brother spoke so highly of you, and this is what makes your business so, makes it flourish, and you have a great name in the community. So I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for everything you do here. You're the glue, is what she said to me.
Correct, yeah.
And, the showroom is one thing, and it all looks just, prim and proper and perfect, but it takes an army to really run a great business, and thanks for being that general.
Yeah, that's the goal. Having fun, that's our main thing.
Mello Marine.